Capricorn, welcome to your April mid-month reading. We are going to dive into the energies using the tarot. This is the Sacred Tarot deck. No, I always say sacred because it does. Tarot does feel sacred. It feels like tapping into sacred wisdom, right? But this is the Spiritual Tarot deck, is the actual name of it. Okay, so we're using this tarot deck to dive into the energies of the remaining days of April. What does the second half of April look like for you? Well, we'll find out in just a moment, won't we? Okay, Capricorn. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Going into Taurus, that's interesting. That's a Taurus card. Fellow Earth sign. Reversed at the beginning here. Interesting. Let's get a second card for you. We have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Okay. And the third card, please. Five of Cups. Okay. That's, yeah, interesting. There's a and at the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is really heavy energy that you're dealing with right here now. Let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. I'm going to use I will use the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck here. It's not quite the mini deck. It's like the palm-sized deck. To clarify each of these cards, let's go a little bit deeper for you, okay? Before we can say exactly what's going on with this reading. It does seem, like you're not quite getting your way and you're not very happy about it. But let's go deeper than that, okay? We don't want to take it just at face value, Capricorn, okay? So please tell us why this King of Pentacles is here and why he is reversed. What's going on? Guess what? We have the Five of Wands again. Some sort of conflict. There's some sort of conflict. Is this a fight over who's right? Is this a fight for truth? Is this, yeah, interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and get the clarifiers on that Five of Wands. Whoa, we have got a lot of cards here. We've got a lot going on here. Okay, so Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Two of Swords on its side, and Two of Pentacles upright. Okay, let's go ahead and get this. Did that Venus retrograde really do a number on you? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like you had to really revisit something, potentially something with someone else that created a big conflict. In terms of your home, in terms of your resources, in terms of, yeah, your money. Let's go ahead and get that Five of Cups clarified. The Tower, okay. There was some event there, and maybe this was a loss of some sort of material stability, okay. Let's go to that Five of Cups one more time, Star card. Now, this is interesting because the Tower reverse means that you have had a sudden change of events, and it's over. Like, it just happened, okay? Now, and the Five of Cups is about you holding on to the emotional baggage to what had crumbled, what was in the past, what already took place. And you're holding the bag. You got left holding the bag, right? And here's the Star card at the end of that. And the Star always in the in chronological order of the major arcana, the Star always comes after the Tower. This Tower is reversed. Already happened. The Star card, the healing is now available. The insight as to why the Tower happened is now present. You can see it. You know why. You know why it happened. You know why it happened. You know why it happened the way that it did. And now you're able to heal from that because you have access to that higher knowledge. This is fascinating because it seems to me that the truth is what set this on ablaze. It was the discovery some new discovery of something that needed to come to light. Now, within this conflict here, we have somebody not being able to see the situation for what it is. Somebody who is not being very strategic. Somebody who is not necessarily fully tapped into being able to receive, I would say, out of the box solutions. And somebody here that has been trying to hold it all together, and because they're holding it all together, are missing a piece of what's possible. I love that the Ten of Swords is at the bottom of the deck here, because it does appear that you're coming to the other side of this very, very rapidly, if not feeling like you're kind of on the other side of it now. Like this whole chain of events had unraveled. And, oh my gosh, I didn't even look at the bottom of this deck is Temperance. Oh my, okay. All right, here we are, Capricorn. You're ready to now take these events that have all but shattered your life and your sense of stability. And you're ready to lay to rest any continual thoughts, I just want to say that this Ten of Swords, I love the art in this deck because it shows enlightenment. It shows that now you're able to see, I see the light, and all of the pieces of information, everything has come together. And now it's all like it reveals everything so that you can now move forward clearly. The Temperance card is about being tapped into higher consciousness and emotional well-being in order to have balance in your life, right? And to take a look at the situation honestly, and be able to find that, again, the out-of-the-box solution for this, to where you've taken the lemons and you've made lemonade out of it, and not just lemonade. You made a lemon. What you're going to do is you're going to replace your empire here. You're going to, not only are you going to, it's like all of these things unraveled. All of this took place in order to reveal to you a greater truth, a greater opportunity within this difficulty. Let's say that somebody was injured, okay? And it was the fall of all of your resources to get them the help that they needed. And then you were able to, out of necessity, you were able to come up with something to help them be able to get around more. You were able to like come up with some new wheelchair or something. I don't know. But what happens here, regardless of, an analogy that I can come up with, what's taken place is that while it seemed like there was no strategy in place and that's why everything fell apart, there was a divine orchestrating of all of this. It was like, this is what it took in order for you to be able to see a new potential. Let's just take a look back. Let's just go back, just for the sake of fun here, because this stuff doesn't just come out of nowhere. I mean, nothing comes from nothing. Everything comes from something. So let's start looking at some previous intentions that you may have set into motion that you might not necessarily recognize at this moment. Were you asking for things like to have a new discovery? Did you desire something to be unique through you? Did you want to, like you were looking for something that was going to be unique. You were looking for something that you could be clever, that you could put your attention on, like to create, or a new path forward within something that you already had. Like, this could be better. I keep feeling like something something has to have like your signature all over it, right? Something that you were able to put the pieces together to be able to create something new. And this is like got that your uniqueness all over it. Like this was your baby that you know, this is what it feels like. Okay. So I have to say that while it really looks like, wow, you really hit a rough patch, I think that it's the answer to something that you deeply desired that puts you in a really, really good position of being a new like inventor of something. I'm gonna take the opportunity here at this moment, and we're gonna go a little bit deeper into this star card because the star and tower is very revealing, very revealing. Like, wait a minute. This has everything to do with something that you have been asking for that wouldn't have been able to happen had not all of the things fell apart, okay? It may not be how you expected it to come, but it probably is the fastest route because that's the way spirit works, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get into star card, find out what's here for you. Tell us more about this higher state of consciousness. Now, let's also not forget here that this is a Aquarius card, okay? Aquarius rules your second house, and Pluto is in Aquarius. So what was buried under the surface in order to create great wealth for you has been uncovered from this tower moment, okay? And here we have now, going into this star card, the Two of Wands. My world could be greater. My world could be bigger. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I think that may be displaying here how you had put a lot of attention to something and it didn't pay off as well as it could have. It wasn't as great as it could have been. Or you're looking at this of like, there's got to be an easier way than the hustle, the grind and the hustle. In order to make my world bigger, I don't have to put my nose to the grindstone. I mean, this guy really has his nose to the grindstone there. This here is technology, Aquarius. You may be able to use AI, something technologically advanced in order to expand your vision for your life. Let's go ahead and go a little bit further here. Nine of Wands. You're a clever one. One more time, please. One more time. Lovers. Okay. Okay. Again, I mean, take a bow here. Honestly, here, again, I'm going to say that whatever took place probably was not what you expected, and it may have been rough. It looks like it was probably pretty rough, okay? But it was all for the best, and you know that. It was the answer to something that you had been asking for. There was a truth that needed to be uncovered that you were getting a clue of. There was a world of yours that you wanted to expand, and you were able to see an opportunity from this disaster that wouldn't have shown up otherwise, or, maybe it would have taken longer to show up. This is the card of you being able to assess everything that you have been through and be able to make a decision. Again, it was rough getting there. There's a bandage around that head right there. It was rough getting there, but you are strong, you are independent, and you have a vision. And you are drawing off of the wisdom within yourself to independently pioneer. We have the Lovers here. Often is a companionship of some sort. I don't think that it necessarily does. I mean, you could, okay, so maybe you and your partner, maybe you and your business partner or something like that where, or even lover, even maybe as a romantic partner, you guys had been through some, you know, dissolving of, you know, the what had been normal, what had been everyday, what had been, you know, what you considered life was going to be like, and you watch the disillusion of that take place before your eyes. And now what's happening is you guys are coming together. Now this, again, it could be a partnership, but doesn't always have to be when we're talking about lovers, because the lovers is Gemini. And Gemini holds the twins, two parts within themselves, within one. So again, we could be talking about you and a partner going through this, or you in a balanced way, the logic and ambition and drive, you know, versus, along with, not versus, but along with the creativity, the intuition, the tending to an idea in a positive way. Okay, so those two parts working in harmony with one another to activate this higher realm realization. These two parts, or these two people are, they're not separate. They're not away from, there's no distance between them and this angelic realm. Which tells me that you're tapped into something greater here. You're tapped into a higher consciousness at this point. And it could be, you know, the technology. It could be both. You know, you could be receiving strong intuition to use technology or to create something technological. But you're taking this opportunity and you are making the absolute most of it. And you're doing it with a very clear vision, with a tremendous amount of wisdom and confidence. And you are being blessed left and right with the information and the connections to accelerate and solidify the success of this. I swear, if there is not anything more Capricornian, is that what you guys are? I don't know. There's nothing more Capricorn than what I just described. Swear to God, you guys are next level. I'm not kidding. Next level of your cleverness and the opportunities that you guys see in everything. What you guys did was you didn't just make, hold on, sorry, just a moment here. You guys didn't just make lemonade out of lemons. You made an empire of the lemonade company and all things lemon. Anything that could possibly be made with a lemon, you are using every drop, the seeds, the skin, the rind, the pulp, all of it, every single part of this lemon, you are making an empire out of. Way to go. Way to go. This is often interpreted as, is the juice worth the squeeze? And I swear to you, this is your lemon tree and you're like, what can we do with this lemon? Oh my God. This is fantastic. It's literally as if the clouds parted, the divine frenzy, you know, of the lightning came upon you and you're like, aha, I have it. And you're executing it flawlessly. So not only are you going to be able to regroup from what you had lost, you're going to accelerate this expansion and prosperity and return on investment greater than ever before. Bravo, Capricorn. You have done it. You are magnificent. And I hope that you're extremely proud of yourself. You're like the cat that ate the canary, right? Good job. Well done. Okay, so I appreciated you being here with me. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this with those who may be able to benefit from this great message. I love you, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you.